Welcome children, take out your geography book, chapter 5, Natural and Human-Made Disasters. Today's topic, Deepwater Horizon Oil Spill 2010. On 20th April 2010, a gas explosion occurred at the Deepwater Horizon, a drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico off the eastern coast of USA. The fire after the explosion caused the Deepwater Horizon to sink on 22nd April. Thereafter, an oil leak began to spread from where the rig has begun. The explosion killed 11 people and injured 1,700 others. The flow of petroleum from the site could be controlled only in September when the wellhole was sealed. By then, about 78 crores liters has flowed into the surrounding areas and minor leakages continued to be reported for years afterwards. The oil leak affected about 180,000 square kilometers of ocean and about 1,770 kilometers of coastline. Hundreds of thousands of animals have died due to direct or long-term effects of exposure to oil, chemical dispersants and other toxic substances. Brown pelicans, dolphins and sea turtles were among the worst affected. Several industries including fishing and tourism suffered heavy losses and there was a temporary ban on offshore oil drilling. The disaster prompted strong public protest and led to the strengthening of regulation to prevent oil spill. A massive cleanup operation was carried out, but a substantial amount of oil still remained in the water of the Gulf of Mexico, and oil and tar balls continued to wash up on these beaches for years afterwards. And now I am going to give you some question answers of this chapter. Exercise E. Answer in brief. Question 1. Define disaster. Distinguish between natural and human-made disaster. Answer. Disasters are sudden, catastrophic events that cause great damage to the environment, lives and property. Disasters caused by geographical factors and natural processes of the earth are called natural disaster, whereas disaster caused directly by human action or negligence are called the human-made disaster. Question 2. What are floods? List any 3 effects of floods. Answer. The overflow of a large amount of water over land is called a flood. The 3 effects of flood are: number 1. Floods causes huge loss of life and property. Number 2. Destroys floodplains and standing crop. Number 3. Sewage systems and water pipes getting damaged, causing waterborne diseases and shortage of drinking water. Number 3. Differentiate between nuclear disasters and chemical disaster. Answer. Nuclear disasters are accidental disasters caused due to human error or problems in the machinery, whereas chemical disasters are disasters which occur when toxic chemicals and diseases spread through the environment, harming a large number of lives. Question 4. What are the causes of fire disasters? Answer. Fire disasters are mainly caused by faulty electric equipment and wiring, faulty stoves, leakage of cooking gas and carelessly thrown matches or cigarettes. It may also caused by lightning, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Forest fires are caused by extreme dryness caused by drought. Question 5. What are the main duties of a disaster management response team? Answer. The main duties of a disaster management response team are: number 1. To save and protect lives and reduce suffering. Number 2. To do all they can to stop the spread of escalation of the disaster and reduce its harmful effects. Number 3. To provide people with advice and information about the situation. Number 4. To maintain or restore critical services like water supply, electricity and waste removal. Question 6. List any 5 safety guidelines to be observed during a disaster. Answer. 5 safety guidelines to be observed during a disaster are: number 1. Keep an emergency kit containing medical supplies, copies of important documents, food and utilities such as torch, batteries and cell phones, etc. Number 2. Identify a safe place to move if needed. Number 3. Try to remain calm and avoid panicking. Number 4. Follow orders given by the people in charge. Number 5. After ensuring your own safety, help the elderly and children. Question 7. Which disaster took place in Nepal in 2015? Give 2 examples of its effect. Answer. In 2015, an earthquake measuring 7.8 on the Richter scale hit Nepal. The 2 examples of its effects are: number 1. The capital city Kathmandu and the surrounding areas were severely damaged. Number 2. Life in Nepal was completely disrupted as most means of communication and transportation were cut off. Number 8. What is an oil spill? Give one example of an oil spill that caused widespread destruction. Answer. An oil spill refers to the accidental release of a large quantity of oil into the environment due to human activities. It generally refers to the release of oil into a large body. One of the largest accidental oil spill was the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, which occurred on 20th April 2010 in the Gulf of Mexico off the eastern coast of USA. Another occurred on 24th March 1989. A huge tanker ship called Exxon Valdez accidentally ran aground on a reef in Prince William Sound, an inlet of the Pacific Ocean on the coast of Alaska, spilled a huge quantity of petroleum, causing an oil spill. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.